In the first session, we reviewed the solution architecture and a business case. The business case is the Forest Mandarin Cake Company is a manufacturer to make the cakes. And with the three different locations in Boston, Chicago, and Dallas. Every location have two key equipment, manufacturing equipment. One is the refrigerator. We need to keep the cake fresh. The temperature is important, and also the air situation, like carbon dioxide, is also very important. And an oven, the temperature and the pressure is very important. And we have the asset have the different lengths of the life, and 15 years old, and in Chicago, and Boston is a little younger, in 10 years, and Dallas is 5 years, and there are thresholds of the temperature, carbon dioxide, and the pressure, and set up here. And this is the architecture, and in today's session and the follow-up sessions, we will introduce the different components step by step. Today, the first step is we introduce the simulations of the edge solution. Which is Chicago, Boston, and Dallas. We do have a real implementation going on right now. Is San Jose. We get the rear gateway edge device and the sensors, and also the IP gateway, and also the edge gateway, edge dashboards implemented by Smart Connect. But today we are just focusing on simulations in this session. Okay, let's take a look. Get the three different locations, or the factories in the different place, but they are very similar. They have the oven and the refrigerator. I kind of make them overlapped so that we can save some space. So let's focus on the Dallas. Have the oven, have the thermal sensor, have the pressure sensor, have the alarm light, and have the PLC unit, and bring up to the gateway an edge device. Similar situation as the refrigerator, carbon dioxide temperature sensor with alarm, and also consolidate to bring up the data to the edge. And one is Dallas, and the same situation as Boston and Chicago. And now let's take a look, how can we do the simulations? The first step of the simulation is we create our free account from the IBM, using this as our foundation, to host our application. And the application is written by the Node-RED. As you can see, this is edge dashboard. The first party is the Chicago and Boston and Dallas. They are very similar. And let's take a look at how the look like. So, okay, this is a dashboard interface, and from the left column, we can select Chicago, Boston, and Dallas, right? And right now, I make the data flow is very slow, very slow. And let's take a look the Chicago as an example, And first of all, we set everything machines running, and I set this back to the normal.
Warning.
Yeah.
Temperature is over the standard. System stopping. Warning. Temperature is over the standard. System stopping. Warning. Temperature is over the standard. System stopping.
Okay, all right. So we get some of the warning, and if you want to change the temperature and over certain limit, and then we can same situation for the carbon dioxide. If we make it higher, and
warning. Carbon dioxide concentration is over the standard. System stopping.
Yeah, so this is the carbon dioxide in the same situation as the oven temperature and the oven pressure. I'm not going to try again. And you can see, whenever the carbon dioxide or temperature is over the standard number, and then you can see the emergency light is going to be showing red, and the system is automatically shut down. So this is the exact demonstration is of what exactly happening in the age. So this is called automation. This kind of automation have exist in the industry for half century, since the 1950s. 50 years ago or 60 years ago, it's already existing. But this is very important, and it's really can work together with the Internet of Things. We can see from the next steps, how can bring the data to up to the internet level so that we can have the enterprise vision on those on the data on the business. Okay, now I can set it back to normal and make it running and set it back to normal. Okay, and the same similar thing for the Boston and similar thing for Dallas, and this is the data. And now let's take a look, if we have any data already sent to the cloud. So the cloud we are using is a try account from IBM. I think if you want to try by yourself, you can apply the free account. Same the free account as the Watson IoT platform free account, and so which means pretty much you do not need to spend anything and put the edge solutions together and send to the IoT platform. Okay, now let's take a look. Our device dashboard. And you can see we get a reference to 1, 2, 3 and over 1, 2, 3, 6 assets already set up here. If we can open any of them, we can check the recent events here. Recently, we don't have much events going on. The reason is I try to save the volume and by set up the volume to be very low. And what we can do, like if you can see, is every 60 minutes get one data. So if we want to test right now, we can just simply force it to inject the data. So I inject the Chicago and the refrigerator, and we can take a look in the platform. As we can see the data is coming, and the data is kind of random data. So you can make it automatic. And also, if you want to show something, you can just trigger the insert node and then to that get the data. And okay, I think that's all about the age simulation. And the key point I'm going to make is the age is nicely collected data and sent to the cloud. Meanwhile, age itself can do some automation. This automation is not exactly the Internet of Things. It's kind of very closely related to Internet of Things, but it's not that yet. The real Internet of Things is going to, if you see the architecture diagram, it's going to happening after go to the cloud gateway, which is IoT, Watson IoT platform, and go up to the enterprise business applications. Then you can see exactly the enterprise vision of the data across the organization, which in this case across the Chicago, Boston, and Dallas. Okay, and that's all for this session, and thank you for watching. And in the next session, we will move to the Watson IoT platform.